Hi, this is DOSBox Mom, and welcome back to Let's Play Heroes Chronicles. It's the beginning of the last week in the second month in the Magic That Binds scenario in the Masters of the Elements campaign. We've recruited fresh troops at each of our castles. Tarnum is working his way over here, which is the entrance to the Fire Lord's domain up here. And you'll notice where he is right now. He's very close to a pack of black dragons guarding a brown border gate. That's the first of the color-coded gates that we need to get through to get to the magic elementals. We obviously are not ready to go there yet because we haven't flagged all those Keymaster tents, but we'll need to remember that spot. So, in the meanwhile, there are a couple of stat boosts along the way. Let's see. Okay. Well, spell Tarnum hasn't learned yet. That could be useful. Rissa is going to go back to the Waterlord's Castle, upgrade her water elementals. Might as well pick up some more of those. Solmir is basically going to give some of his reinforcements to Rissa, but most of them to Tarnum. Astral has gone about as far as he can with his puny little 5-goblin army. Okay, he can probably take some of those sprites off Solmir. Yeah, if I need to, I may pause the recording later on so I can take some healing potions. And we'll have Monere hire the air elementals in this area and get them upgraded, and then bring troops up to the front, probably. Yeah, we can get Syra up to, say, maybe a total of 100 between air elementals and storm elementals. We won't make her recruit anymore. Okay. I think that'll do. This morning, Hemaros made his move. Before we had a chance to have a bite to eat, he stood up and demanded everyone's attention. I believe we should have a change in command, he said. And I think we'll all agree that Remus is the likely choice since Barcelar isn't present. I immediately looked at Remus, who had nearly choked on his tea. At least, Remus wasn't in on this. So, Hemaros was the instigator, but how much support did he have? I had to know. Coming to my feet, I said, "You do realize, Hemaros, this is not a democracy. I'm not going to take a vote. We don't want you as our leader anymore. We want someone who's going to get us home safely. If need be, we can remove you of your command." Oh, really? Who exactly is going to do that? Hemaros looked round at the faces the wizards gathered here. Several were prepared to help him, but the others seemed uncertain. So, Hemaros, what are you going to do if I refuse to step down? How far are you willing to go? I had to know, but a familiar sharp voice said, "Hold on!" It was Barsalar returning from the wild as I'd asked. I just hoped it wasn't a mistake. Barsalar and I had never been on good terms, and at least it seemed we shared the same goal. He would have to realize that Hemeros's actions would hurt our chances of defeating the Elemental Lords. "Sit down, Hemeros." "Stop this foolishness," Barsalar ordered. He assumed the role of the king's cousin, even though he was dressed in dirty plain robes. "None of us would still be alive if not for the leadership of this man, of Lord Tarnum. I happen to know that King Magnus wanted Tarnum to lead this quest, because Tarnum is skilled both in the tactics of war and magic. He is our best chance of defeating the Elemental Lords." I was surprised by Barsalar's passionate defense. He pretended that it had been the idea of Gavin Magnus to make me leader all along, and that they should trust their king's wisdom. "And King Magnus will certainly learn about the pitiful way some of you have behaved," Barsalar said, staring directly at Hemeros. Finally, the mage instructor sat down. Okay. So, Rams finally learned a new spell. Okay, and Solmir is finally close enough to give his storm elementals to Rissa. Actually, no, Solmir, you give stuff to Rissa, not Rissa giving stuff to you. And I think these other ones, I mean, the pixies we're gonna, the sprites we're gonna give to Astral, and these other ones we're gonna give to Tarnum when we catch up to him. Okay, then yeah, we'll go with Advanced Wisdom. And then Thane. Try to have him catch up with Syra. Astral can try to catch up with Solmir. And then Syra. I think we've been there already. Okay. I think that's it. Alright, Tarnum gets there. And well, he's been to the Fountain of Fortune. Okay, before we go any farther, let's let Solmir try to have some chance to catch up. Ah, there we go. Give some of those to Astral. Thane. Yeah. And then, actually, we'll take those air elementals and we'll try to send Astral back to pick up reinforcements. Now we'll have Monera take air elementals from Thane and start running them up the castle there. And then Syra, actually I think I will have you take those units that Thane just brought up. And I'm going to start having you head up toward the front. There. And then Tarnum. I think Solmir has some troops you might want. Possibly. Although, on the other hand, he's so close. Let's have him pick up those troops from Solmir first. Okay, then let's have Tarnum catch up with Solmir and energy elementals and magnet elementals, and then head back there. Yeah, we'll have Astral pick up some more elementals. Yeah. Right. There we go. Yeah, just basically shuttling troops right now. It'll get more interesting once Tarnum gets to that border, though. Yeah, I would like to get a few more storm elementals to bring north front. Okay. Here goes. Oh, not quite. Okay. Yeah, we'll start heading Thane up that way too. Yeah, tedious kind of stuff. Wow. Now, yeah. There, finally. Got people. Perhaps I'm partially to blame for what happened this morning. I treated Hemeros and the others poorly when I first became the commander. Apparently he never forgave me. Nor did he forgive Barsalar for supporting me when Hemeros tried to take over. That's why Hemeros attacked Barsalar. The mage instructor called Barsalar from his tent and challenged him to a wizard's duel. I heard this and stormed out just in time to see Hemeros throw a crackling lightning bolt at Barsalar, who stood his ground. The bolt never hit him, but deflected off an invisible shield that struck the ground instead. I've learned a few things while exploring the plane of magic, Barsalar said. That's when I noticed a few of Hemeros' students sneaking around behind Barsalar. They raised their hands to cast a spell, so I jumped into the duel. Back to back, Barsalar and I faced the traitors. I cast Frost Ring, followed immediately by a Fireball. Mages never had a chance. Behind me, Barsalar and Hemeros exchanged lightning bolts. Hemeros must have realized he was no match for either of us, so he began to retreat. I cast Slow on the man so he could get away. Then it was over. I yield! Hemeros shouted. Barsalar collapsed onto one knee, clutching a shoulder that still smoked from where it was struck by one of the lightning bolts. Healer! I called, and then approached the mage instructor. To Hemeros I said, not bad for a barbarian, eh? And so it looks like Hemeros must have had to pay a fine of resources and gold. Okay, now we're finally ready to attempt this garrison. Yeah, hordes of fire elementals and lots of energy elementals. So let's save. Sorry about all that tedious troop swapping. Okay. So like each stack of fire elementals has 50, and then there's 30 in each stack of energy elementals. So let's see what... Immune to fire, vulnerable to ice. So Ice Bolt should actually work well. Cast Protect from fire, mind and fire immunity, cold vulnerability. So There's good old magic arrow. Lightning bolt. Yeah. Ice bolt. Might actually do extra damage. Okay. No, I'm not quite sure what to do with these other guys. I think these and these. Yeah. Well, basically that stack we can do full damage against. Okay. Okay, very good. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna try. I'm gonna try doing ice bolts rather than chain lightning, and hope to goodness that works. Yeah. And I hope to goodness this all works. Yeah, we don't have that many. Sprites left. And, yeah. There go our gargoyles. Maybe I'll keep the gremlins there for now. Okay. Well, I think we'll probably finish this up off camera, but we'll probably be able to win this battle, but truthfully, I think immediately after this we're going to have to retreat and get more troops. Maybe I should have done chain lightning to start with anyway. Okay, so Ice Bolt does work, although we really didn't have that many troops left. So I might try this again off camera and maybe use some chain lightnings to take out larger chunks of troops at once. And then after that, we'll come back in the next episode, gather up some more reinforcements, and finally penetrate the Fire Lord's area. So we'll see you then.